Hello, one and all. This is Step Ahead with Ernie Rivera. I am your host, Ernie Rivera, and I want to talk to you about someone today, and his name is Elon Musk. Um, this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while. It isn't just him necessarily, but it's more about modern innovators, including Steve Jobs and others who kind of fall in this line of these individuals who kind of seem to do as they please, and what that means for the rest of us. And I promise, if you stay tuned, I'll deliver my thoughts on Tesla and what the company means to us all, especially as we get closer and closer to Battery Day, September 22nd, 2020. In order to talk about Elon Musk, I would first like to talk to you about the character Willy Wonka. And for those of you who don't know, Willy Wonka was a character in a children's book named Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, later made into a movie called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, which was later made into a horrible Johnny Depp remake called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. But Willy Wonka was a man. He was a visionary. He seemed to always know that he wanted to be a candy maker. He was the world's greatest candy maker by all accounts, and he just had this amazing talent for it. More than that, he had a factory that people hadn't been to in decades. It was almost enchanted. Now, technically, it had to obey the laws of science in their universe, but Willy Wonka seemed to bend the rules of physics whenever he could in order to get the results he needed. Now, Willy Wonka, knowing that he couldn't go on forever, decided to start a contest where he would invite people for the first time in decades to his company in order to find a successor. Now, once they come into the factory, it's like nothing they'd ever seen. And again, it's like physics is standing on its head. They just don't know what to do with this miraculous place and this man who seems to be able to create it out of nowhere. Now, in the end, Willy Wonka ended up finding this boy who he believed through his trials and tribulations was worthy of being the successor, of inheriting the factory and everything that it meant to inherit the factory. The boy, having been found worthy, was able to now move into the factory, was able to inherit it, was able to inherit the gardens, all the candy making, and not just for himself, but for his entire family. Now, if we can get back to Elon Musk, Elon Musk seemed to be, as a child, inspired by a line from the author Arthur C. Clarke. A line I'm going to paraphrase for you if I can. It goes along the lines of this. It goes along the lines of something like, any science which is sufficiently technologically advanced from our own is indistinguishable to us from magic. Basically, any science that is advanced enough, any technology that is advanced enough, will just appear like magic to us. And if we think about it, it's so true, because look what we have now. We have flight. We have rockets that can go to the moon. If you were talking about being able to fly through the air just 300 years ago, people would burn you as a witch. It's just what they would do. But Elon Musk heard this as a boy, and he said to himself, "No, I want to be the music maker. I want to be the dreamer of the dream." That was actually a quote from Willy Wonka, but it does seem to apply in the case of young Elon Musk. Now, he didn't know how he was going to pursue this crazy act of pursuing technology. He went on a quest, a search to see what he would do, how he would do it. He ended up going to college where he ended up getting a double major in, I believe it was economics as well as physics, and he went on to Stanford, I believe, for a doctorate in what is it? It's in some sort of advanced physics. I forget the exact discipline, but he was a man who knew that he needed to know how the universe worked, as well as how people worked. Economics. He had to know how they both worked and how they could combine in order to execute any real change in this world. Elon Musk seems to subscribe not just from Arthur C. Clarke, but whether he knew it or not at the time, because this was when he was a child, it was a very long time ago. But a man more recently, Jordan Peterson, said that we all must pursue work which we find to be meaningful, that it is our moral obligation to pursue work which we believe to be meaningful. And that doesn't mean it's not going to be hard. It's going to be very, very hard, of course, because anything that's worthwhile, anything that's worth having is difficult. But it is our moral obligation. If we believe that an act is worthy, then we need to step up and we need to do it. That was the case of young Elon Musk. He he found a vision, he found something that he wanted to do, and he pursued what was meaningful to him, what he believed we needed to be doing. Now, why was Elon Musk doing all this? I argue that he's more like Willy Wonka than most people care to think, because he is indeed looking for a successor. He knows, in my opinion, I don't know the man, this is just my opinion, but he knows that human beings on this planet, we have a time limit now, whether it's AI that takes us out, whether it's a meteor, whether it's a nuclear device or anything like that, whether it's other people. We have a time limit as long as we're stuck on this planet at our current state of technology. Now, it seems to me that what he's doing with SpaceX, with Tesla, with the new types of batteries he's creating, it seems to me that he is creating contingencies, not for us, but for our heirs. I believe that that this man is trying to get us to a certain point where we might be able to be self-sustainable for a while. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this concept, it's called a Kardashev scale. And the Kardashev scale says there's three types of civilizations that, in his opinion, were worth mentioning. And we have a type 1 civilization, a type 2 civilization, type 3 civilization. Type 3 civilization can harness the energy of all the stars in a solar system. Or not, excuse me, all the stars in a galaxy. A type 3 civilization could harness all of the energy from all the stars in a galaxy. Now, a type 2 civilization could harness all the energy from the star in its own solar system. Now, what is a type 1 civilization? A type 1 is where we're going towards. It appears to most people that we're at about a 0.7 civilization. Not even a 1, we're at a 0.7. But a 0.1 civilization is a civilization that's capable of harnessing all the power from its entire planet in order to fuel its needs indefinitely. It appears to me that Elon Musk is trying to get us to that point so that we can be more self-sustainable, so that we can continue, so that our heirs can continue. And in that way, he is like Willy Wonka, looking for that successor to inherit the garden. So, is Elon Musk Willy Wonka? Yes. Yes, he is. So is Steve Jobs, and so are so many other people in this world. And we can be too. We can be Willy Wonka. We can be the music makers. We can be the dreamers of the dream. I would say the only thing that we need to do is follow this rule. To find a vision by pursuing work which we believe to be meaningful. We need to find a vision pursuing work which we believe to be meaningful. Okay, so let's talk about Tesla for a second if we can. So Tesla is going to go through some changes in the temporary. There's a lot of anticipation about Battery Day, and some of you are asking, what is Battery Day? And it's September 22nd, 2020. Now, Battery Day is when there's a lot of speculation. People are saying that they're going to announce the creation of, well, they're gonna release this new battery they've been working on. This new battery can stay in an electric car for 1 million miles. 1 million miles without having to change the battery for the electric car. Now, that's amazing. It's worlds ahead of their competition. And that is why everyone is waiting so desperately for their stock to rise, because that stock is going to go up, and it's not just Battery Day, but their stock is going to go up for a few different reasons here. If you, I'm not a financial planner. I'm not a financial advisor. This is my speculation. That's all it is. But it looks like their stock's going to go up from right now. It's roughly 1,800 to perhaps even 3,000. And the reason for that is because of Battery Day, when he's going to announce the million-mile battery. It's also because they're going to do a share split. They're going to basically, if you own, let's say, $2,000 worth of a Tesla stock, they're going to now split it 5-to-1, which means that instead of owning one share of a $2,000 Tesla stock, you will own 5 shares of $400 Tesla stock. Now, what is that going to do? Well, technically, you're going to own the same amount of stock, but for other people who are worried about buying Tesla stock because it was so expensive, they're going to want to enter the market now because it's a more affordable $400 a stock, and a share, I should say. And that is going to increase sales of the stock quite a bit. There are a few things right now that are making this company look like it's going to head a little higher. And this is just the beginning. They're working on a number of things, including electric taxi and a number of other projects, which in 5 to 10 years will raise the stock quite a bit, in my personal opinion. And that's all it is, my personal opinion. It's not financial advice. But this is exciting. This is groundbreaking. It appears to me that Elon is doing what he believes to be necessary, and I think we all could too. We could all contribute in different ways to make the world a little more like we want it to be. And isn't that what's important right now? I think it is. So I would like to thank you all for joining me here today. This has been Step Ahead with Ernie Rivera. I am your host, Ernie Rivera. I haven't asked you yet, but let's, if you wouldn't mind, smashing that like button, hitting subscribe for me, please, and also hitting the notification bell so that you get the new announcements as soon as they come out. So I thank you so much. I wish you all the best. Take care, guys. Have a great day. Bye.